Alright, so guys, some of you, I always get this question that how are you doing what you're doing in Njombe at the farm? But one thing for sure is that our farm activities do not start at the farm. They actually start here from the city where our primary residence is, or let me say my family's primary residence is. So we run quite a number of projects besides our normal business of printing and graphic designing. We also do broiler chickens. So right now we do have 100 broiler chickens. We always have these. And one thing that I've learned over the years is that starting small is really a way to go. Because when you start big, sometimes you tend to make mistakes, and when you make mistakes, they are big mistakes. But when you start small and you grow little by little, actually this project, when we started about 3 months back, we were doing we had 25 chickens, broiler chickens. Yes, 25. Then we had 50, we had 75. Now this is our first batch of 100. I think in over a year we've never had 100 broiler chickens. So we are really trying to adjust the way we used to do things. I'm one person who also always wanted to do big stuff, big things. I always want to do big businesses, but life has humbled me. I've learned to start small. Even you're going to check our Njombe project, we are really starting small. Somebody was commenting that farming is a game of numbers. Yes, I agree with that. Since it's a game of numbers, you need to master the skills before you go big. So this is our concept, and we are really learning a lot and trying not to cut corners. For example, there was a time when we never used to use this stress pack. We never used to use stress pack. Sometimes we just keep it to cut costs. But now we try and really understand what is essential in every part of the business. If something needs a stress pack, then we should give stress pack. As you can see, it's very cold now. We are in winter here in Zimbabwe. So our chicks, sometimes they really get stressed. There are power cuts here and they can get cold. So stress pack is very essential. Not only that, I'll take you to another project that we are doing right now in preparation for the farm.
I saw some black chicks in there and some brown chicks in there. Are they broilers as well?
Oh, okay. So inside here, there are these chicks that we have. Let me take this one. These chicks. This is a sasso chick. It's a day-old sasso. The other chicks that are there, the broiler chicks that are in there, they are 4 days old. So this one is a day old. And these sasso chicks, these are more like roadrunners. But when they are below 2 weeks, they really need extra care, just like the one you give to broilers. So I've decided to just add them to this flock of 100 broiler chickens. They are just 10 sasso chicks. So I'm going to take you to another project of chickens that we are doing here in preparation for our chicken project at the farm. So stress pack really comes in handy. I hope this information is right. Mama. So one thing that we've also improved when you are raising chickens, broilers, is using these water traps that locks. There was a time when you'd wake up in the morning and you find the whole chicken coop filled with water because you've used the water trap that did not lock. If you are going to check here.
So the sasso are going to feed on broiler.
Can you increase the volume of the big farm?
I said so the sasso chicks are going to feed on the broiler feed. Maybe someone has a question.
Okay. Yeah, the sasso chicks are going to feed on broiler starter mesh. So that it can really give them a good start. Because what broiler starter mesh, it has a lot of protein. So if you give it to your chick, it really matures a little bit earlier, which helps it to really overcome a lot of diseases. So after the 2 weeks, the SARS are going to remove them and start giving them what do you call roadrunner starter mesh. So it's our way of doing it. It has worked for us in the past, and I think it can work. Can I have another one? So we are really trying to make sure the temperature in here is really okay. So Oxy did this brooder. We are using cardboard boxes and sacks just to make sure the heat is really contained for the first 2 weeks. This is very, very important, and try to make sure that the floor is really dry. So we're using grass. Fortunately, we live in a low-density suburb where there's a lot of spaces around, so grass is not a problem here. Go outside the gate, there are a lot of empty spaces where the council really cut grass and just collect grass from there. Yeah, our chicken coop is not fancy, but it is working. It works for us. So after that, we're going to transfer them to the bigger cage. It's double decker. There's 50 can fit on top, another 50 at the bottom. So it's really organized. So we're going to really make sure this one is okay. Within the 2 weeks, we'll try and make some preparations, but otherwise, it's just good to go. So now let's go to the other project. So here we have 30 chicks. It's a mixture of mainly black astrolop and another roadrunner. I'm not sure the name. A friend really gave us this. He sold this to us 2 weeks back. They are different sizes. I think they are spaced with weeks or 1 week or so. As you can see, this one is a little bit bigger than the rest. So with this project, we plan to take all these. So now we have around is it 30 or 40? So now we have 40 roadrunner chickens that are going to transfer to Fidel Country Farm. In the next 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to transport this to Fidel Country Farm so that we really kickstart our chicken project. We want to start with 40 roadrunner chickens. What we like about raising them from day-old chicks is that you really get a chance to really monitor how they grow, and I always love to develop a relationship even with my chickens. There's something about really rearing your chickens from day-old chicks, and they grow as you see them and you watch them. It's really good. So that's what we are doing right now. So our farm life does not start at the farm. It really starts here from the city where we have our business and our jobs that we do. So each and every day we really think about the farm. What can we improve at the farm? If you get $5, you can buy a sensor light. If you get $10, you buy a batch of 10 broiler chicks. So that's how we are trying to build that farm. From the little that we have, we're really intentional about it. So something that happens by accident. So this is what we are doing, guys. So what we do now at the end of the day, we just put them in a cardboard box. We try and make sure it's warm, and we take them inside the house. But for now, we try and make sure that when they're outside, they have a place where there's sunshine and there's a shade, so that they can choose what they want. And I think they are really loving the outside. Okay guys, so that's it for now. I hope to see you at the farm soon. For now I'm using public transport, but it's my hope and my dream, and I can see it in the near future when I'll be driving my truck to the farm on a day like this. Guys, welcome to Fidel's country farm. I am here, I am happy, the dogs are happy, the garden is happy, everybody is happy. As I told you guys, I managed to find a neighbor who was here watering the garden and taking care of the dogs, and I think she was doing a super job. My tomatoes are ripening, as you can see. The garden is wet, which is a good thing. I love these tomatoes. Alright, maybe this is your first time to be here on this channel. This tomato is a roaded plus tomato. It's really good. It's resistant to drought, resistant to diseases and pests. Actually, to tell you the truth, I only sprayed this tomato once using a pesticide, but it has survived for such a very long time. I would really recommend this one for a beginner gardener. This is a very good variety of a tomato. Roaded plus, even roaded, the one without a plus, is still a good variety. I've done it once. So I think the homestead is really looking good. The dogs are happy, and I am happy. So guys, this is the update that I have today. I only have 300 onions today. Life is real. For the past 4 weeks, I've been managing to buy at least 2,000 onions every time that I come here. And this week, life was just tough. I couldn't make enough money at the office to bring 2,000 onions. So I only managed to buy 300 onions. So if you really check in one of my plots, there are 2 plots that are really lacking. They do have some onions died during the weeks that I wasn't around, and I didn't have anyone to live here so that they can water the garden. So my job for this week is not to go to 10,000. I was really hoping that I get 10,000 onions, but unfortunately it didn't happen. But I'm glad that I'm here and I have these 300 onions. Well, at first I was really disappointed this morning when I actually realized that I am actually going to the farm without 2,000 onions. And you know how it is. the expectations. I was hoping that by this weekend we'll be having 10,000 onions, but unfortunately it's not like that. And we're not. These 300 are only going to fit in 2 beds, so that our plant population is really good. Because I'm saying 2,000 onions, but really in every bed we usually plant around 2,100 to make sure that if some die and all that, still are left with 2,000 onions. So I'm going to plant these ones in the beds that I'm seeing that the plant population is not really that good. So that's the job that I have for this half day, and maybe to finish one of the beds that we're going to plant. Hopefully next week we'll be having our supply of 2,000 onions or more. Then we continue with the project. But I'm happy that the bed that we did last time is really looking good. My neighbor, she's really doing a good job, and I'm grateful for that. I'm hoping that very soon I'll be done with the office job. Then I come back full time to the homestead, and I am fired up and I really feel rested. You know, this I think it's almost like 1.5 months now. Ever since I moved to the city doing this job, I'm coming weekends only, and I really feel rested. And when I come back, it's gonna be work and work and work, and I'm going to be loving it. And you guys, brace yourself for more content, because when I'm here, I have my Starlink on top of the roof, and I'll be throwing good content each and every day. So you guys, brace yourself up. In a week or 2 weeks maximum, I'll be back at the homestead full time. So let's get to work, guys. Guys, this for being a good dog while I'm not around, eh? Guys, enjoy yourself. Huh? Enjoy this. Thank you, guys. I'm happy the homestead is safe. You've been good guards. It really feels good to be in overalls and gumboots after such a long time, you know? Yeah, 1 week is a lot of time to me sometimes to be away from this place. You have no idea the feeling that I get when I come back here. I love this place, I have no doubt. You know, after having been in the city, then I came back here. When you do those kind of trips, you really figure out which place really makes you feel good. Well, in the city, I just love it because my family is there. But otherwise, the environment here, guys, it's super good. So let me plant the onions. Oh, let me talk about the sprinkler. You know, the sun is about to set right now. So the solar panel is not really getting enough sunlight to power the water. So when the sun is setting, the pressure really gets low. So let me do it fast before the sun sets so that I can plant the onions here. Yeah, the plant population in this bed is really bad. So let me do it fast. Alright, I was saying this is the first time that come on, man. This is the first time that I left this place and I found it in really good shape. So it's really important to find someone who can be around when you're living your homestead. It is very important. I know it's a hassle, especially here in Zimbabwe. Especially this place that I stay, it's a mining rural area, and guys here they prefer doing illegal gold mining than just coming to stay at somebody's place. So it's really difficult to find someone who can help you. The only option you have is to be there yourself. But yeah, anyway, for now I have someone who can be here, at least watering the garden and maybe feeding the dogs. That alone is very important. It can keep your homestead in shape, because at the end of the day, what I need here to be okay is the animals and the garden. Everything else, I can always fix it. So This is the only time that I'm coming here, and I'm not in really a rush to do everything. But, well, there are areas that I need to fix, but it can wait until I'm done with what I'm doing in the city. So guys, all the 300 onions that I had, they only fitted in this one bed. That means a lot of onions had died. They had wilted actually. So this is the importance of plant population. You know, growing up here, people used to cultivate a very big piece of land, like 8 hectares or 10 hectares. But if you're going to check plant population even in that field, you know, it was so bad. And you know, when you cultivate, we call it kusakura here, people would spend 2 months of hard work in those fields. But you're checking, people are just suffering for no apparent reason. They are applying fertilizer, they are applying manure on a place where their crops are really extremely spaced. You know what I'm saying? So this is one of the challenges that we had traditionally. People wanted fame of saying, I've planted, here we call makandiwa, like condoas. You know, people would have condoas between maybe 1 hectare or 2 acres, let me say. So someone would plant a lot of seeds, but some of them will not germinate. And they wouldn't bother to come back and redo. You know, even at school, doing corrections was really not easy. A lot of people didn't like corrections. But even in farming, you know, one of my plots is one which is really good. I think the first one that I did and the last one that I did, because they really found good water when I just planted. I was there. Then the last one that I did, the lady who was helping, she really watered it well, and the plant population is fine, as I'm seeing. But these two, it's really bad, which means I might need 600 onions here, if not more, to replant, to make sure that the plant population is really good, because each and every bed must have at least 2,100 onions, and I'll be expecting to harvest at least 2,000 onions from there. So it's really something that I am very conscious about and intentional about. Plant population. I always make sure that if I'm saying this is 2,000, it should be more, so that when I harvest, I get the number that I need. I don't want to think that I have planted 20,000 onions here, then I have 15,000. Then when I harvest, I get 5,000. That's so bad. So I'm really conscious about plant population. So I'm going to fill this bed. When I come back, I need to have extra to replant these 2 plots that I have, so that my plant population is really up to scratch. So that's one thing that I've discovered. In one of my videos, I actually told you that I'm no longer buying tomatoes or onions. Guys, can you stop? I'm no longer buying onions. My onions are really small in this part of the garden, not on the 8,000 that I was telling you. I planted onions here. I don't know the number yet. I'm not even sure. Maybe they are 1,000 or less. I took them from my nursery about 1.5 months back. So the bulbs are still small, but I started harvesting last week because onions in the city, they are very expensive. I saw in another market, they were selling $1 for 4, and some were $1 for 3 if the bulbs were big. So now I'm harvesting them as premature as they are, and we're really eating everything, even up to the leaves. So I have no option, and our maize is really good. Last week, my battery was really low, and I couldn't take harvesting. So today, I hope to harvest some corn, green mealies, and I'll take it to the city. You know, every dollar saved is really important to us. So tomatoes, we don't buy. Onions, we don't buy. Vegetables, we don't buy. And to me, that's a win. And it's always good to eat the food that you plant yourself. You are really sure what you are doing. You know, there are no pesticides that you've just sprayed. You know, some commercial farmers, they don't really care about people sometimes, or maybe it's the way business run. I don't know. You know, there was a time that I overheard a phone call of someone who was supplying tomatoes to someone, and they were really talking about that. As for me, I can even supply tomatoes after 2 days, after spraying a pesticide which expires in 7 days, and that's really bad. And this is the world that we live in. And they say a tomato is one of the most contaminated fruit on the market. So really, harvesting from your own garden and eating the food that you produce is really something that every person, I think, should really look into. It could be a small garden, and tomatoes, really, they are very generous, trust me. You plant 2 tomatoes or 3 tomatoes, they can supply you even on a balcony. It's just an encouragement that I'm giving to someone maybe who lives in the city or somewhere where there's no space. It's really worth it to produce at least something for yourself, because the market is not forgiving and it's not really good. Most people are suffering from cancers today and some funny diseases because of these things. But when you grow your own food, it's really something that's safe, producing safe food for yourself and for family and your neighbors. To me, that's a great win. So guys, let's harvest. Let's see what kind of harvest we have today. So we are also sharing with birds. Birds have been eating our tomatoes too. So in this part of the garden, the birds are really eating the vegetables, guys. So I'll try to put more plastics before I go, or something that can disturb the birds. So these are our bulb for the onions, and I think this is really eatable, guys. So this is what we're harvesting, and it's really good because these onions, they are really meant for our consumption. I think for this season we are really okay. It's tiny, but I think it's eatable. It's really nice. So these are our small bulbs. We eat everything, including the leaves. So guys, tell me, this is the harvest that we have for today. So tell me in the comments, do you think doing your own farming and doing your own gardening, is it worth it? Or you'd rather just buy from the market? Just tell me in the comments what you think, and let's have a conversation. But as for me, I think I'm loving this. How much do I have in here? Let's just talk about it. How much do you think I have here? I think I have almost like $10 in this basket. It's what I think, according to the market trace right now. And not only the monetary value, but the safety of the food. How much do you think this food is worth, considering that it's safe for human consumption, and I know exactly what I put in these crops for them to arrive to this stage? So tell me in the comments what you think. So tomorrow I'm going to be adding, early in the morning I'll add corn, so that I carry more corn, because it's really ripe and it's well. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed and are being inspired. there is more to come. Please, if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe on this channel, because that would really help me to continue to make videos like this. But for now, it's goodbye. I'll see you next weekend. Hello, Dad.